once again. For the innovation showcase, I would like to invite Mr. Naman Kotari to take over.
Thank you. All right. So good afternoon, Bangalore. Come on. We are just few minutes away from lunch. I think that will act as a source of motivation. Let me try again. Good afternoon, Bangalore. Well, that's more like it. That's more like it, right? And we have so many intelligent people sitting here, right? The room is jam-packed. And for once, I noticed that the most intelligent things in the room aren't all running on NVIDIA H100s, right? There are some real intelligence as well, along with AI that we discuss, right? And the day is special, as you must have seen. Lots of AI talks, right? So, today in the next 10 minutes or so, we'll be discussing, or as they say, seeing is believing, right? So we'll see some of the top-notch innovators, homegrown solutions, creating impact, right, on ground. But before that, right, let me have show of hands. Can we have show of hands? How many of you use GPT today? Look at that. Come on. Look at that. All right. All right. Looks like, we have outsourced most of our intelligence before, 1 p.m. to AI, right? So that's a pretty generous number, I would say. In fact, while sitting there, I also did GPT. I asked GPT, tell me a line that I should, go and deliver from the stage. Some, blockbuster line around AI, right? So the output was, so now I go and start with AI is the electricity of 21st century, right? I said, come on, right? Be a little more original, right? And then the response came. The second output that GPT gave me was, go boy, go, and you start by saying AI is the internet of 21st century. Very, very real and very original. So at that point, I realized, GPT is that over smart intern, right, who refuses that to admit that actually they are Googling everything under the table, right? Ultimately, the large data set is Google. They Google it, right? So having said that, right, and in the next 5 minutes, just a mild disclaimer, right? If in case I roast any enterprises, startups, or investors, please note that it comes from a place of deep respect, admiration, and a mild professional frustration, right? We all are in this together, right? So enterprises, we have likes of Henkel, GE, some large mid-size SMEs as well here today with us. Part of my job is working with all these enterprises on different use cases. We talk to them, and every enterprise have the same pain point and same strategy right now. If you ask me, they want to be the AI first company. AI is the hot kid in the town. And every enterprise or a mid-sized SME has the same strategy. I can sum it up in 3 steps. Step 1, very important, you need to work pretty hard to achieve it, which is go and buy premium enterprise GPT license, right? Step 1. Step 2, you need to convince and tell your board that you are AI first. And loop in your social media team that you generate AI posts, tell them that you are an AI first company. And third, you need to just hope that your LLM doesn't hallucinate, right? We have gone past the dog ate my homework. It's now the LLM hallucinated our quarterly projections, right? So, and any investors in the house? All right, we do have investors in the house because we have investor panel, right? So investors, they have a new crush every year. Last year they were chasing Web3 disruptors. Imagine, before that, they were crazy, mad about blockchain innovators. Before that, metaverse was a thing, even before IoT. Now they are crazy about AI. They won't talk to you if your pitch deck doesn't have an AI, or they'll treat you as if you are selling a fax machine to them if you don't have an AI, right? And crazy times, and they will only entertain you, they will only visit your center, visit your office if they can sniff into the air of GPU clusters in the room. So this is it. And now I'm in crazy times, right? Now let's also quickly talk about startups. Startups in the house. Loud cheer, please. Startups. Come on. All right. I can see so many startups. Bangalore is a city of builders, correct? And having said that, you know, every startup you will meet today is an AI startup, irrespective of the vertical they are in. Even if they're selling com, they will be on com.ai, right? So it is what it is. But if you ask me, you are 50, to be honest, honestly speaking, 50% of the AI startups are basically an expensive UI wrapper of an OpenAI API call, right? So you are not solving or you are not saving lives or you are not disrupting healthcare. Rather, you are a glorified middleman for Sam Altman, I would say. But not today, not today. Today we have some fascinating startups in the house. You'll see them right now in some time. And starting with, we spoke about AI, but there is a segment which is very close to all our heart. It's called data security, data protection, ethical AI, cyber security, right? These are some of the verticals where we are working currently. And on the same note, I would like to invite Abhilash, right? Incubated at our center in Bangalore. Abhilash, can we have you on the stage, please? So they have created their own homegrown version of a secure, I would say, AI model, which they call Priva GPT, right? They have a data security, data trust layer that and works very closely with some of the enterprises. So Abhilash, the stage is yours. People here wants to know, they already know your name by now. They wants to know the problem that you're solving, the tech stack that you have built, and is there actually an AI or a wrapper, right? And the impact that AI has created in real terms, right? Over to you. The stage is yours, right?
Thank you. That's a great pitch, Naman. Thank you for giving that pitch. So we are a company called Priva Sapien, Privacy for Sapiens, right? I am believing you on lunch. I want to ensure that I don't miss out on time. So we are a foundational technology company, which is before AI. How do you control AI is a fundamental question that we work on. While there is a lot of hype on AI, how do you control AI? You can control AI by controlling data that goes to AI. And hence, privacy is a very foundational question. And a very fundamental difference between security and privacy is security is before accessing data, what controls you put is security. While privacy is after you have given data, after you have downloaded data, how do you control data? Data is already gone. How do you control? Right? So data in use protection is privacy, and this is what we do. And we are a very foundational technology company. We work with multiple companies in India and across the world. So given the paucity of time, right, I would like to give you a broad framework and how we connect to it and how do we connect to a national digital health mission objectives, right? So from a DPDP perspective, the data level and then at a AI level, it's a very specific flow. If you want to know everything about DPDP, this is the only slide that you need to know, right? When you look at a data principle or a patient perspective, right? Patient comes in, you will have to collect consent and you will have to give him all the rights of asking questions like where and all is my data? Who is using my data for what purpose? Can he withdraw his consent? In which case, how will you stop processing of his data? So that is the citizen right that is given to the citizen by DPDP Act, which is how you will have to ensure data processing across the ecosystem, right? So from consent and data principal rights, then how do you understand where is data in your ecosystem? What is the obligation that data comes up with? Then you have to do data governance on top of it. Like you will have to have somebody who would say that how this data will be processed. Let us say a downstream party, a research company is asking data, a pharma company is asking data, insurance company is asking data. Let's say a data ecosystem you have to build to solve certain problems. So how do you solve it? To whom will you give data, which is patient's data? Right? With what kind of controls? Has customer consented for giving the data to a downstream party? Right? Let's say insurance company you are giving data, is there a customer consent associated with it? If you are giving it to a research organization, is it consented or unconsented? right? Because if it is unconsented, it will result in penalties, right? How do you integrate technical safeguards to it while you are sharing data? For example, anonymization, pseudonymization, synthetic data, differential privacy. For example, ethics committee clearance. You need to have to give data for specific purposes, right? So what kind of technical safeguard should you put to get those technical clearances is very foundational. And DPDP also gives you some exemptions in data processing, right? So there are technologies like synthetic data, differential privacy, which you apply, then you can get exemption in sharing data with downstream parties. Then finally with AI. AI is another dimension of data. That's it. It's in a matrix form where you have used data to train a model and you have a matrix, and whatever query you are sending, it's getting matrix multiplied, you are getting an answer, right? So it purely depends upon what kind of data that you train on, what queries that you ask, and how do you control it across the ecosystem, right? So we have a spectrum of products, first of its kind in the world, right? The whole spectrum, right from data collection, what are things that you have to do in terms of consent, cookie, DPAA, DSR, to data in-use protection, like privacy, which is consent-based access control, to cryptographic data collaboration, to k-anonymity, t-closeness, synthetic data, differential privacy products. Then if you are training model, how can you use these data which is coming out of this privacy preserved output to model training, which is privacy preserved machine learning, to attacking models and telling which model is good for you for what purpose. Then when you are actually doing inference, right, can you put guardrails around the model before giving data to ChatGPT or Claude? How do you ensure that you are putting guardrails around it and ensuring only right information is flowing, and you are putting cryptographic controls around it? And when you are building agents on top of it, what kind of controls can you put at agent level? So this is what we do. And you can reach us at contact@privacypn.com or reach out to me on LinkedIn with Abhilash Soundararajan as a search word. So looking forward to the collaboration. And healthcare is a very, very critical sector, and it has a lot of sensitive data. So how do you convert your complaints into a profit center is what we enable you in. So you unlock the data, use it in AI, create value for customers while being compliant is the objective, right? Looking forward to interact with you. Thank you so much. We have a booth here. So looking forward to speak with you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Abhilash, right? Actually, the goal of the complete exercise is, to explore adoption opportunities, co-creation opportunities, and eventually curate success stories out of it, right? Today, during the panel discussion, there was a talk of AI replacing doctors, or actually AI helping doctors, right? And can AI detect cancer? So we can't comment on it, but at least we can say AI can predict and diagnose cancer at an early stage, right? And to speak more about it, about this particular use case, I would like to invite Arjit from Deeptek.ai. They are working on AI-powered diagnostic tools. So they have specific, Arjit, come on. So, the stage is yours. The theme is healthcare, right? And over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Naman. And good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are not sleepy. So I know it's a lunchtime, and we all are waiting to have lunch now. But I'll just try to wrap up in 5 minutes, which is the allocated time for me. So I think let's talk about before AI, before what exactly we do. Let's talk about who we are. So I am Arjit Agarwal. I am a director of strategy at Deeptek. Deeptek is a India-based, a Pune-based company. We are a radiology in AI organization, and we are registered in US, but we are having headquarters in Pune, India. So I think one of the gentlemen in the morning, when this session started, he talked about us, and he talked about one use case when he said that today, with minimal skills and with just one handheld X-ray machine, a technician is clicking or is taking a X-ray, chest X-ray scan in one of the remotest areas in India, and within seconds, AI is giving the results. And if that is positive, sputum testing is happening. So we are one of those solutions. We are Deeptek.ai. Okay, so back in my IIM days, I was always told that always ask why something is happening. So let's start with that. Why we are doing this, right? So all of us know that there is a pure bottleneck in global diagnostic. Be it India, be it any country in the world. So radiologist shortage is there, and in all the low and medium income countries, there are approximately 10 radiologists per million patients, which is very, very low number, right? Global average is 45. So this is one of the bottleneck. There are imaging volumes which are exploding, and not only chest x-rays. Chest x-rays reality is no one wants to do chest x-rays today. Everyone wants to do like normal abnormal segregation, and boom, they want report handy, and we solve that problem. But along with chest x-ray, we have also a platform which is multimodal, which means any modality in radiology, MR, CT, ultrasound, anything can be connected in our system, and AI can be procured, integrated in the system, right? And all because of all these bottlenecks, there is a delayed diagnostics today. And because of that, the life is getting lost, right? Radiologists are burning out, imaging centers are struggling with TAT, hospitals and national governments across the globe, they want one wholesome solution out there which can scale and connect remotely with their solutions, with their modalities, right? And we solve all these problems. Now talking about the solutions what we have, you heard about chest X-ray AI, but that is one of our solutions. The cutting edge technology which is on top of that is our Augmento platform, the third box there. What happens in that platform is that platform can integrate with any AI solution, be it Deeptek's own proprietary chest X-ray AI solution, which is cleared like across more than 15 geographies, US FDA, CE, etc. We are WHO approved solution, which means we can do TB diagnosis anywhere. And that's the use case I think one of the gentlemen talked about in the morning. And the beauty of this platform is today, no one wants to type or dictate the reports. Everyone wants that I shall give a prompt, with a single click, a report shall come. That's the beauty of agentic AI, which is integrated in Augmento platform, where with a simple prompt, any report for any modality can be generated in seconds, right? And it's not that we are a naive company or we are a naive solution. We are there across the globe. As we speak, we are there in US, UK, Singapore, India, Spain, UAE, Philippines, Guyana, Bhutan, Africa, you name it, we are there because we are regulatory approved across the globe. 10 million plus scans are being analyzed till date. 500 plus paying hospitals and imaging centers are there with us in our portfolio. We are approved solution, which means in Singapore, you can see the turnaround time was reduced by 92%. Report generation time was reduced by 73%. All these are proven studies, and all these were basically showcased at RSNA last year. All these customers, these are our key customers here. Vijaya Diagnostic Center, more than 140 centers currently are connected with Augmento. They're all using that. NHS UK, EGFA, Synapse Singapore, Guyana National Platform. Augmento is Guyana's national platform. Augmento is Singapore's national platform for last 3+ years now. And we are connecting to more than 10 AI solutions out there in Singapore. Similarly, talking about our key partners, Tata Capital is one of our key partners because we are a Series B funded company moving ahead to Series C today. We have recently grabbed two funds from India AI as well. Sorry, the time is limited, content is too much.
Right. So
And
during
thanks,
the
Naman.
networking, I think we can catch up, right?
Definitely.
Thank you so much. And with this, we move to our next presenter.
Thank you.
Right, the theme of the recently concluded India AI Summit was Make in India, Make for the World, right? And the next innovator is working on AI-powered critical care automation, building it from the HSR layout in Bangalore for the world. I would like to invite Jackant, right, from zmed. He's our incubated starter, works out of our HSR center. Over to you.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So we at zmed Healthcare focus on specifically on critical care. Critical care, primarily intensive care units, and also allied domains like operating room, emergency, and also ambulance. So we focus primarily on tertiary hospitals, larger hospitals with a significant number of beds and significant footprint. So we've been doing this for last probably 5+ years. So all along, it's more about data collection from multiple sources. But with the advent of AI, not only the LLM, but even on-premise AI and multiple other algorithm ML-driven stuff, we are able to do quite significantly, reduce lot of friction in clinical decision making, and we are able to give extraordinarily better clinical outcome and reduce the time of physicians in clinical decision making. So all along, data was never a problem. Data was always there. And probably 5 years back or 6 years back, particularly in critical care or in ICU, data collection was a problem. But data collection was also overcome, significantly. But the problem right now is not about data. It is about lack of connected intelligence. There are different set of applications, different set of modules for different areas in healthcare, particularly when it comes to tertiary hospital. How you are able to connect all these things and then give a cogent clinical decision support was one of the key area that we've been looking in the last more than 1 year. Because before that, we were doing data collection and then did some sort of analytics and then gave a dashboard for the workflow operations. But with the advent of AI, we are able to do much better. So AI is not just a chatbot that is bolted in. So at least in the last 6+ months, I could personally observe that AI is more of an all omnipresent layer wherever the data is. See, any SaaS application, everyone knows that there is a database, right? So any application, you have a front end and then everything goes through the database. Now we have built a system that it's not just the database, everything goes through the AI layer. Every operational, every clinical data, everything goes through the AI layer. Device data comes through the AI layer. All operational data goes through the AI layer. So we have an AI native system which is queryable, which is auditable, and we can ask anything to it and we will be able to get a response. And along with this, it's not just a chatbot. Several things happen automatically. Device data coming in from multiple medical devices are automatically analyzed by AI, and patient deterioration alerts and all these things are automatically shown. And always there is a human in the loop also. So all these things completely eliminates significant amount of friction in clinical decision making, particularly in critical care. So it's not just about saving time. If you are able to figure out deterioration of a patient, clinical deterioration of a patient in ICU much in advance, it's about saving life. It's not just about saving time, but it is also about cutting down the cost. If you are able to discharge the patient early from an ICU, or if you are able to have a successful surgery, which is relatively AI driven, it is very significant. So we've been doing this for last probably 5+ years. We have quite a few customers. We have touched probably around 500,000 patients through our platform, not only in India, but also globally. So moving ahead, previously we were considered as a SaaS application or as a SaaS platform for critical care. But we are moving ahead and then positioning ourselves as an AI native solution for for the entire hospital, particularly on critical care, operating room, emergency, and other places where the data is very intensive. And we are looking for strategic partners. I mean, not only investors, but also large hospital system with which we can work with and then deploy largely. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you everyone for being here today. And we have completed the first segment of today's session. We are now open for lunch. We request you to head to the lunch area and gather here back by 2:15. Yes, thank you. We have few more very exciting sessions and very exciting speakers lined up. We request you to come back after your high power lunch.